Hey everyone, how are we doing? Are you having a good week? I hope you are not being blown away by the crazy weather and the mad wind that we've been having recently. I hope you're all safe and warm and cozy and ready to enjoy some crafting this evening. I have got two kits to show you. I'm going to do unboxings of both of them and then we're going to make one of them together. And yeah, so that's the plan for this evening. Hey Heather, glad you're here. Let me flip down and stick on the lights because it's still very cold and dark outside. Right, so I have got two different kits to show you. We have got, these are the two kits that came out in January. Let's look at this one first. So this is the, oh, they're upside down. There we go. Let's look at them the right way up, that'll be easier. Hey, two Debbies, Debbie Prince and Debbie Dickey. Hi to both of you. This first kit that we've got here is the Panda Friends kit. So this isn't one of the ones that includes stamps. So it is one of the cheaper kits. In fact, just let me tell you exactly how much that costs, because it is a lovely kit. And that's so spooky, it's actually on my screen. It's £14. So this particular kit it costs £14. There's 8 cards in it. For each of 2 different designs. They're very funky. There's something almost Japanese to them. I don't know if it's just because of the pandas, but I love the cartoon elements on them. We're not making these ones tonight. I'm just going to pull them out and show them to you. Probably going to do these ones next week. Although I do have something else that I want to show you next week as well. So we might mix it up next week. Do both kits and other bits and pieces as well. Hey Linda, glad you're here. Glad you haven't been blown away. That would be a bit mad. So yeah, so on this kit, the instructions at the top there. Let's have a look. So you've got, these are really cool envelopes. I like these. I wonder if having the stamp over on the left-hand side is an American thing, because in the UK we tend to put our stamps up in the top right-hand corner. I thought Americans did that as well, although sometimes they put their return address on the envelope as well. Ooh, they're pretty on the inside as well. See, they're like little, at first I thought they were spots, but some of them are definitely hearts and spots on the inside of the envelopes. And then you've got long, thin envelopes as well. So again, with the like printed front. What is that? There we go. You can see that. There we go. The zoom had just gone a bit weird there. And then you've got these printed inserts as well. They're lovely. For the return address, it seems to be the general consensus. I think you're probably right. I've got these printed elements. Ooh, sentiments. So again, sentiments in English, French, German, and Dutch. So they're really cute. You've got the card blanks here. Now they're probably to coordinate with that. And these pandas are so cute. You've got these punch out pandas with little hearts things there, little envelopes. This is cute. We're going to make this, we're not making this kit today. We're going to do this one next week. These punch out elements as well. You've got some self-adhesive sequins along with the foam pads. And then those are the card blanks for the long thin cards. They're really quite cool. They're very funky. We might do that this week if we've got time. I want to do the other kit this week. But if we've got time and if people want, then I can do that kit too. So that's the Panda Friends kit. The other one that we've got here is this is the Rock Legends kit. So again, this is a kit that doesn't have any stamp sets or ink pads or things in it. So again, it's £14. You've got 2 different designs for each of both designs. And these are the ones that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So let's pull it all out, have a look at it. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you, this kit coordinates with some items out of the spring summer catalogue. So if I just show you, you've got this, you've got You're a Legend with the guitar, and then You Rock with like the drumsticks and the guitar pick. But the other thing that we've got is we've got the Rock and Roll 12 by 12 designer series paper. So if I show you what this looks like, these papers have also got, I mean, those are the speakers and the record players, but it's got guitars. Where's the one with the guitars? I did show you these ones before when I was showing all the papers. Yeah, this one here. So these guitars are the same sort of emblems that you get in this kit. So these papers and this kit would go really well together. And in fact, you could use some of the designs from here. In fact, even like some of these papers that they've used at the back of the cards, very similar. In fact, I go so far as to say it was the same. Look at those card blanks and look at these papers. That's the same stuff. So you could use these papers and make your own versions of the cards within this kit. Hey, Karen. Oh, I love that everyone's here and you're all being so chatty. Right, what have we got in the kit? So we've got 8 envelopes. These ones are just plain white on the front, and then you've got 4 that have got these black and whites, and then the other 4 that have got these red and whites as well. Let's pop them to one side. You've got, these are funky. So a pack of foam pads, and then in here, so they're hard, they're like resin shapes. The red stars, but they're self-adhesive. So they're adhesive, so they've got stickers on the back of them. So they're cool. I love the coordination too, Debbie. Absolutely. We've got 4, I think, of these. Yeah, 4 pieces. Again, DSP. This is in the kit, but it's the same sort of DSP that we've got. In fact, I showed you this one. Let's just check and see if I can show you that one as well. I'm sure we have. Surprised if we didn't. Yeah, there you go. That DSP and this DSP, they are very similar. In fact, I can tell you, yeah, look, that bit there fits perfectly onto that bit there. So yeah, these pieces are cut out of the DSP. So you can use the DSP to make more of these designs. That's really cool. I'm really pleased with this. So you've got these 4 DSP pieces. Of course, these ones are just single-sided. If you buy the DSP, you get double-sided. Twice as much fun. So we've got 4 card blanks. The other thing that I like is that the card blanks, they're black, but they've got this printed panel on the front, but they're white inside. So for writing inside your cards and for doing your sentiments inside, you don't need to put in an insert. It's all there. Nice and handy. Then we've got these elements. Now, at the look of things, yeah, we've got 4 pages of these. So again, you've got the You Rock, these big picks. Star du Rock, that'll be the French. Du Rockst, I'm going to guess that that's the German. And Hey Topper is probably Dutch. I think that's probably German, that's probably Dutch, but I'm happy to be corrected if anyone here knows better. And then again, You're a Legend in English, French, German and Dutch. And then the little happy birthdays there as well, which is cute. And then you've got these lovely, I'm going to say this is crushed curry, the yellow that this comes with. Again, printed card blanks, white on the inside to make it easier to write. Ooh, these are cool. So these are vellum shapes. Like them. And then you've got more punched out emblems, the guitars and the drumsticks. And then a page, a little strip of glue dots at the bottom. Right, I'm going to make one of each of these cards because I have 2 nephews who have birthdays this month, and I think they would like rock cards. So let's do the yellow one first. I'm literally just following the instructions here. I'll put it over to one side so I can actually read them though. So starting off, I'm going to use my bone folder just to make that nice and sharp. and you start off with one of these elements. Pop that out. Now, I then need my drumsticks. Do you know, it's fun doing the stamping and the fussy cutting or the die cutting, and I like doing that. I have lots of sets that use it, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to pick up a kit and use what you get given. It does make life an awful lot easier. Let's put some glue dots on here. Having to move to silent, Debbie, I understand. I think, you see, I was trying this last week when I had done the pre-recorded video. I think when I go in silent, there's subtitles come up, which is really cool. It does it automatically. It's not something I've set. I'm very pleased that it does. Although sometimes I do wonder how well the subtitles pick up a Scottish accent. I'm sure sometimes it can be a bit strange, especially if I'm using Stampin' Up jargon, terms of colours. Right. So these go on with foam pads, according to the instructions. And again, just let me show you this. So in the instructions, if it's got a little dark grey dot, that means glue dots. And here, can you see that? It's got white hexagon, and the same in there. Those mean foam pads. So that's how you know in the instructions whether it's saying to use a glue dot or a foam pad. Right, let's stick that on there like that. Next, we're going to use this massive guitar pick piece. Let's just take the one sheet, makes it easier. And I also want a happy birthday. And so I need glue dots on the pick. Goes in here. And foam pads on the other one. What do you guys think of the rock star type cards? Do you have people in your life who are into rock music? Can you envisage yourself using these cards for anyone? My uncle is a fabulous guitarist, so if I was making him a card, I would do one of these, I think. In fact, for those who were at my wedding, he played as I came down the aisle. I was very grateful. Let's put this on here. So happy birthday goes along the front. And then I need some stars. This is a very easy one to do. Quick and easy. It's just what you need sometimes. There. Now, I was speaking to someone the other day who says that when they're using these sort of dots, when they try and pop it off, sometimes the glue sticks to the sheet. Here's my tip for doing this. If you bend the sheet slightly, then the dot should stick to your emblem and not to the sheet. And you'll be fine. Look at that. I think that's really funky. I like that. Let's see which envelope goes with this one. Apparently, the black and white envelope. Although, to be honest, you could use either. The red envelope would look nice as well. But there's the first card done. That didn't take long at all. What do you think? Do you like it? Is that a card you can see yourself using? Let's pop that down to one side and let's do the other card from this kit. And to be honest, these are going so quickly, I think we might do the other kit tonight as well. I'll do something different next week. If you want. I mean, if you don't, you can tell me to stop and I'll stop. I'm going to sit here if I'm boring people. But hey, Julie. I'm glad to see more people coming. More the merrier. Right, so I've got my card blank there, starting off with my piece of DSP. I'm using dimensional on each corner. Now this goes on at a jaunty angle to kind of reveal a corner there. So that's how that one goes on. You enjoy the kits, Debbie, I'm glad. And you like them on holiday as well. It's true, if you're going on holiday, you still want to do crafting. Just being able to pick up a box and take it with you is a fabulous thing to do. Right. Couple of these. Now it's interesting. I'm sticking these glue dots there because that's where it tells me to put them in the instructions. If you can see there. Because I'm then going to be sticking other things on top. And I want to make sure that that works correctly. So let's put that on there. Now let's get my guitar piece. So do you know what? I'm going to try something that might be a bit radical. And I don't know if this is going to work. So you're just going to have to bear with me. We are experimenting here. Let me just grab something. I love the colour of this guitar. I'm just checking. I think it's probably Pool Party. No, Coastal Cabana. And I do love it. And I will use the cards using this colour of guitar. But I wondered what would happen if I use my blends to change the colour of the guitar. So these are Starry Sky blends. And I'm going to experiment. This might not work. Okay. So I will experiment and try it. And then if it doesn't work, you know not to. At first I was thinking red would look nice, but I don't know what red over the Coastal Cabana would be like. Whereas I think the blue on top of that sort of pale aqua green, I think it'll work. Because although the kits are lovely and we like them and I like the designs, it's nothing to say you have to follow them exactly. You can change it up and change it about if you want to. I give you permission. If you've ever thought that you weren't allowed to, then I give you permission to change the kits and use them however you choose. Right, so I've used the light Starry Sky blend there. See, already I think that's looked quite nice. And then if I bring the other sheet out, I'm going to use the dark one and I'm just going to go around the edges to give it that sort of shading effect. I will be very honest, I'm not an expert at blends, but at the end of the day, it's just colouring in. So how wrong can this go? There we go. I actually think the shadings worked out quite well there. What do you think? Well, that looks quite good. So yeah, I've changed it from a Coastal Cabana guitar to a Starry Sky guitar. And I think that's worked. I'm pleased with that. It's bled through to the other side, of course. But that's all right. The other side's getting stuck down. What do you think? Would you change the colour? What colour would you change it to if you could change it to anything? And do you think it looks all right in the Starry Sky, or should I have just left well alone and stuck to it with the Coastal Cabana? What's your preference? I promise I won't be offended if you think it looks terrible and I've just ruined the card. No comments. Oh dear. Maybe you're all just being too polite. Don't want to tell me that I've screwed up. We're allowed to experiment. All right. Put that down there like that. And then sentiment, you're a legend. Goes on there. Just to have foam pads. Yay! You think it looks all right? Or you think it looks good? You'd have tried red as well, Linda. Yeah, I wasn't sure how the red would look on top of the Coastal Cabana. I didn't want to turn it like a muddy brown, but might have worked. Plus I've got the stars that are red. Can you have too much red? Would that be overkill? Red stars, red guitar might have gone well together. There we go. And then there's the stars. So that's the finished card. And I've done it in Starry Sky and that sort of navy blue. It's not too dark navy. I think the Night of Navy comes across too dark sometimes, but I think that's worked out all right. And then the red envelope to go with this one. Right. So those are the two cards out of this kit. Do you have a preference? Do you like the drumsticks and the pick best, or do you like the guitar best? Which one do you prefer? And I think we've got time to do the other kit, haven't we? At least, because there's only two cards. Do people think I've got time? If you need to go, then I will not be offended. But it's not even 8 o'clock yet. I haven't even been going for half an hour. I think I can stretch to doing the other one. Let me just pack this up very quickly. Because if I don't put all the pieces back in this box, I'm going to get them confused and start using pandas with guitars. Although, would that really be such a bad thing? Let me put these down to one side. Plenty of time. Thank you, Linda. And I'm glad you like them as well, Debbie. All feedback is appreciated. All right, let's bundle this up. You see, again, that's my clear up done. Everything just back in the box. Put these two in as well. Actually, no, I'm going to leave them out so I can show them off at the end. And let's go back to our Panda Friends kit. So because again, they're just these really easy cards to do. Everything's in the kit. Actually, they're super cute. Let's have a look at these. So, start off with the pink one. So I've already shown you all the bits that are in the kit. So I'm just going to take that out here. And how do we do this? This bit here. And I need this as well. Right, let's take these bits too. Okay, so we start off by popping out this piece out the center, and you can be sure I'm going to use that for something. Would make a cool gift tag actually. Oh, excuse me. Right, foam pads go on the back of this piece. You prefer the guitar one, Linda? I think I prefer the guitar as well, although I like both, and mixing up kits would be a lot of fun. You're allowed to be a rebel. At the end of the day, once you've got the kits, you have to do whatever you like with them. You know, there's no Stampin' Up police that's going to come round and shout at you if you do something wrong. And I won't do that either. You know, I love to see alternative creations and the things that you make. So if you do mix up the kits and do them in different ways, please share it with me. I'd love to see. Right, so this, oops, this layer fits on top of the card. When I'm doing this, I'm not even attempting to line up the bit in the middle. I'm just trying to get it aligned at the top and the bottom because there's a little bit of an edge around each bit. So got that stuck down. I think that looks good. Now, what are we doing with these pandas? So for this card, I need the one with the heart. Now, I call these dealy boppers. Is that its official name? These little springy things at the top? I would call them dealy boppers. I don't know what you would call them. If you call them something different, let me know. But I've always just known them as dealy boppers. And they use this piece as well, so that gets a foam pad on each side. And then this gets foam pads on the head and on the tummy. Let's peel this off. And stick these on. Oh, now I get it. This is cute. So it kind of sticks on the front of the teddy like that, front of the panda. So it's got that 3D effect. That's really cute. Dealy boppers. Yeah, you call them that as well, Julie. It's not just me going crazy. Good. Well, I mean, it might be both of us going crazy, but... And then this goes... on here. Now, this is interesting. I'm going to peel this off, and you'll see why in a minute. If I do this quickly, it should come off without damaging anything, she says optimistically. I'm going to do this round the other way. And maybe it's just been the way I interpreted the instructions. But it said to put the foam pads in the top two corners and in the bottom middle. And then it wanted me to stick that on and then stick this on. And that meant that the bottom bit was really quite high sticking up. I think when it told me to put these bits on here, it then wanted me to turn it that way and stick it down. Because that means that there's not a foam bit there, which means that when I stick that on, it's not going to be quite so high up. Maybe that was as clear as mud to you, but I've now done it so I've got foam pads at the bottom and one at the top there. So now when this piece sticks on, it's going to stick there, and then this piece goes in the middle. There we go. I just think that looks better. And now I want the Love You Lots speech bubble. And gets one of these. That goes on there. See, and again, that fits nice against the other one. Let's use some of the wee sequins. One on there. These are quite nice, these sequins. They're opaque, so they're not in your face bling. It's just a tiny little touch. Let's get the envelope that goes with it. Black envelopes are really unusual, I think, but I like it. Hi, Margaret. Glad you're here. There we go. So there's our Panda Pals card. What do you think of that one? It's quite cutesy, isn't it? I like it. Right. Final card. So this is the second one from this kit. Let's use, there's one of the envelopes. There is the card base to go with it. These are quite cool, these printed card bases. I like them. Very Japanese themed, obviously. Now you see, at first I thought this was just a lemon lime strip, but it's actually got a pattern on it. I don't know if you can see that well on the screen. I'm just going to hold it up to the camera and let you see properly. See, just wait for it to adjust. It's got little grass elements on it. Can you see that? I'm not showing very well, but they're cool. So now that sticks on the bottom along here. I need to have more foam pads. Now, I'm really enjoying the kits. I did plan to do one kit this week and one kit next week, but given that they are both such straightforward and funky and easy kits, it makes sense just to do both of them tonight. But that does mean I'm not going to have any more kits to show you this month. But Stampin' Up do bring out 2 kits every month. So I will have more kits to show you next month. And something you should know as well is that I order each month on the 15th of the month and on the last day of the month. So if you're ever wanting to piggyback on my order, if there's stuff you're wanting and you want to come and collect it from my place and save on postage, then you can always join in with my order. That's not a problem. But of course, ordering direct through the website is always the fastest way to get any bits and pieces that you need. If you use the hostess codes that's showing at the bottom of the screen, then you'll get a little gift in the post from me. I've been sending out a lot of card kits recently, some free tutorials, because I send free tutorials out by email. If you're not on my mailing list, then drop me a message and I'll get you added on. But the people who've shopped with me, they don't just get the tutorial, they get all the components as well. They get the card blanks and the DSP and all the bits and pieces to actually make the cards. Apart from the stamps. Can't stand the stamps, but I can send all the components. So if you are interested in getting a free card kit through the post, free mini kit with a tutorial, then if you shop with me and use my hostess code, I will get you sorted out. Right, now these ones, put 3 pandas on. The way that I want to get them spaced is I'm going to put the one that's in the middle, I'm going to do that first. So this little guy is going to go there. I say little guy, might be a girl. Anybody want to name my pandas for me? Paul, or Peter, Paula, and Priya. Have we got any P's here? I think everybody who's watching has got a name that doesn't start with P. There we go. My 3 panda. This is such a funky card. It's a very different style to the ones that I normally make, but it is really cute. There we go. What other P's can you have for pandas? Pietra? Petra. Actually, there was a girl that I knew when I was little who was called Petra. That's a nice name. Pauline. I knew a Pauline at school as well. There we go. Just adding these little sequins just to get tiny little touches. Philip is a good one. Poppy, absolutely. There we go. So there's the card. You can just about see the sequins on it, hopefully. Just gives you that little bit of shimmer. And then you've got the really funky envelope to go with it, with the blue spotty on the inside. There we go. Let me just put these away. So those are the 2 cards from this kit. So the Panda Pals kit gives you these ones here. And then the first kit that we did this evening was the Rock Legends one, the Rock On kit, where you've got the guitar pick and the guitar that we changed. Paddy is another good name. Right, what do you think? Put your votes in. Who prefers the pandas and who prefers the guitars? Or do you just like them both? Do you have a favourite card from tonight? Is there a favourite kit that you're thinking, oh, I must grab that one? Remember, if you do go for the rock kit, we've got the DSP that matches. And just on talking about the DSP, remember I've got my paper share that's running. If you want to get a hold of lots of little bits of paper out the catalogue, you can get, so this would be the share that you would get of the rock, the rock and roll paper. So you would get 6 pieces of 6 by 12. And of course they're multi-sided, so you've got pieces on both sides. You can colour the guitars in any colour you choose, but you would get all of the papers in the paper share. More information on my website. Cool. What have we got here? Debbie prefers the rock kit. Linda likes them both but loves the pandas. Other Debbie likes them both. Yeah, I'm glad you've liked them. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I will be back next week. Oh, let me flip around to here. But if I'm going to do this, let's turn off the Blackpool illuminations. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be back crafting again next week. And yeah, stay safe out there in this crazy weather. If you do craft anything, then please share your creations with me. I love to see them. And yeah, see you again next time. Happy crafting. Take care. Bye.